action, it's going to do 2 attacks again at -2 because it's using the 2 actions to attack. The first attack will be on Emu Emu. That is a hit at a 28. So you are also going to be grabbed now. I'm going to give you some damage. At least you guys have level 2 hit points now, so it's a little bit better. So you take 13 piercing damage and acid damage. And I'm also going to put the grabbed effect on you, Mr. Emu Emu. All right. Second attack at -2 is going on Kang, the Destroyer. Well, sorry, Kang, the Battle Priest, I think. All right. -2 attack. It's an 18, which is a miss, which is a good thing. Nice. I think your level 2 increasing your AC by 1 just saved you. So, and every time you go up a level, all of your saving throws go up 1, your attacks go up by 1, your AC goes up, saves, all that stuff, skills. All right, so that's cool. See, third action -10. Let's see, not +10, but -10. All right, attack on Emu Emu. -10. And it's a miss. It's a critical miss. Very bad miss. 0, you're up.
Okay, same thing. Burning Hands.
Okay. Very nice. It fails its DC 18 saving throw. You can go ahead and do your damage. Ooh, nice damage. The large plant is now heavily wounded as your burning hands engulfs it in flames. All right, so we're already on round 3 already. Kang, you're up. You're grabbed. So you have flat-footed and all that other good stuff.
I'll raise my shield again for 1.
Okay. First attack is a miss.
Another 5. Let's see if I can roll another 3 here.
Kang, you got a hero point too. If you ever want to reuse it, don't forget about your hero points. Your second attack is a hit with a 16.
Man, all we have to do is hit a 16. We haven't done it yet.
Dang. It takes 8 damage to the plant. So it is...
Nice done.
Yeah. It's at least halfway dead. You can tell it's at least halfway dead. Emu, right. You're up. It's flat-footed, right. So you get the bonus.
Go again, hopefully. Come on. That looks better.
Nice. 20, that's a hit.
Oh, I forgot to target it. Sorry. All right, that's cool. Okay. Hit. And damage.
Not so quite a critical roll. Hit. All right, so I added the extra D6 in there for your sneak attack. So
all right, there's the first one.
It takes 14.
Come on. Oh, darn it. Wah, wah. And then I'll just raise my shield again. I'm done.
All right, there's your 3. Very good. It's definitely more than halfway dead. You can definitely tell that.
Looking pretty bad shape.
It's looking really bad. It's looking like it's on its last limb. No pun intended there, but it looks like it's on its last limb. So Omi, you are up. And it looks like it's fixing to, seeing that it has Emu grabbed, it looks like it's it's raising its head as it's starting to, looks like it's lowering it down on Emu.
Oh no.
And seeing that it's about to attack next, I'm going to go with the guaranteed magic missile and try to finish it off before it gets a turn.
Okay. It explodes into little itty bitty pieces of, this fleshy vine and leaves and So that fly trap had a great skill that I was just fixing to use on a small creature. It's called Swallow Whole. Oh, that was going to be so good, but it looks like, Omi, you saved Emu. So that is dead. So you guys know that there was a
Good job, Omi.
Yeah, a creature here that was a plant-like creature that was aggressive. It obviously found you, and as you know, and I know that you were poking your way around the shrubs and stuff as you were going around.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was very well concealed very well.
So let's see. You took some damage too, huh?
Yeah, that thing was trying to make me into plant food.
Yeah, he took 13 wounds and you took 10.
I'm not even a vegetarian.
All right, so I'll do a 3-action heal on me and Emu.
Ooh, the old 3-action point cure wounds where it's area of effect, huh? Nerd alert, nerd alert. I love it. I love this 3-action economy. I love it, man. So Kang, as you're casting your spell, you start to hear like a whimpering and very low cries for help coming from within the barn.
Hey, did you guys hear that? Sounds like somebody's in trouble inside that barn.
Nobody heard it. They're all like, huh? What are you talking about, crazy guy? You heard it, though.
So I'll kind of walk up to the door.
Sure.
And take a peek inside.
Sure. Hit the open door. Just hover over the door and open it up. Look at that. Isn't that cool? You can do both of them if you want. Because there's 2 doors there.
Do I see anything?
Yeah, you see a barn. You see you see this, it's a dark it's dark, but as you open up the barn door, you can see that the interior has a couple of rows of stalls. So you can definitely tell that this is for livestock, this barn. And there's 2 rows of animal stalls, basically running the west wall and the east wall. Basically 3 large cubicles. There's all kinds of hay strewn all over the place. There's, you kind of look to one side, there's bags of feed and whatnot. There's also a table and chairs that's tucked into the corner that you can see. And there's all kinds of hooks covering the walls with all kinds of, harnesses, other tools and equipment for basically keeping, livestock. And above you, there is a loft about 12 feet up, and it circles the barn's perimeter. So you can see all the way up to the roof of the barn. And then of course, there's also 2 ladders that will provide you access as well. One is right next to Omi.
Okay.
So what say you, adventurers, as the door opens and you start to head inside, all of you can start to hear this whimpering, and you can hear, "Help! Help! We're in here! We're in here! We're in the stall! Help us, please!"
Which one's that coming from, King?
So I'm going down this side, and I'm just going to start going into all the stalls.
Sure. Yeah. You find a family. Well, you don't even know if they're a family, but in this stall here, where you and Omi are, where I kind of moved you to, Kang, there's a family, and there is and they're all roped together. They're kind of roped up and lashed to one of the posts that's in this stall, and it's a feed bin. There's piles of grain and other feeds in there. And you guys open it up, and they don't look like they've been roughed up too much, but they've got rope burns around their wrists and stuff, and their mouths are all dried up and chapped from not having anything to drink for quite a while. And they said, "Oh, thank goodness, thank you so much for saving us." And basically, they introduce themselves as the Hoftons. From the Hofton Mill, basically. You guys know that the family from the mill is gone. So it's Sarah, Rickert, and Ama.
How did you guys end up here?
We were just we were taken captive at our mill, and we were brought here, and the brothers were here for the Lindell brothers, and I think there's something wrong with them. Their skin was all sagging, and there were these like these little fire demons and these little rock demons that were here, and this I don't know, this one with the force was talking about how we're destroying the force and everybody's going to pay, and there's a circus coming to town, and that's the perfect cover to run everybody away, because she wanted to kill everybody in the circus. And oh my goodness, I hope that didn't happen. I hope it didn't happen.
So who was it that actually, was it the brothers that brought you here, or the halfling?
No, the brothers were here. They were working. They were, feeding the horses and the pigs and the goats and everything. And we were brought here, like I said, by those nasty little fire creatures and rock creatures, and this woman that had all these big rats, and this. Oh, it was disgusting. I've never seen anything like it. And she just kept blaming us, the people of Aberton, for everything going wrong with the force. And she just wouldn't shut her yapper.
Well, we have her captured.
Oh, thank goodness. I hope nobody was hurt at that circus. And we missed the circus. We missed it. Sure could use some VIP tickets if you have any.
Jeremy feels bad for him. Sure, here you go. Here's a couple.
Oh, you're the best. You're the best. Oh, we've seen you. We've seen you before. Posters around town.
Here, each can each have a autographed spoon as well. Make sure the kid gets the best one.
Hey, thanks so much. You're not that bad of a guy anyway. I thought you guys were gonna be a bunch of high horse jerks, but you're actually kind of cool.
Hey, where are these brothers right now, anyway?
They're back at the Golden Laws Church. Remember?
Has the priest over there, has Nellen helped them, because they look like something had possessed them. This huge purple worm climbed into their mouths, and it was just absolutely terrifying to see and to hear. And they made us watch.
Did they put any worms in any of you guys?
No,
like
no,
little
thank
baby
goodness.
worms?
No,
okay, that's good.
Thank goodness. They didn't mess with us. Oh, but the rats, they just kept gnawing at our toes and our shoes, and but they've been gone for a couple, maybe a day and a half. I don't know. All the time it's just running together, and they're going to the water bin and drinking out of that.
I'll reach in my sack and pull out some meat on a stick that looks kind of vaguely rat-like.
Meat on a stick.
Meat on a stick. Hey, if you want to, get back at those rats for nibbling on you, here, why don't you nibble on it? I got a couple of these in my pack from earlier, and I'll start handing them out to them.
They just say, "Oh, thanks a lot," and as you turn around, they kind of just like toss it over their shoulder, like, "Oh, that was good." And then they have these empty sticks.
I'll be eating one too.
So
we're good.
Kang's over there behind Emu being like, no.
Well, what do you say we get you out of this place and get you back to town?
Oh, that would be so great, and we really appreciate it. And one other thing was this. I think her name was. I think I heard them call her Nemia, but this Nemia or Nimi or whoever it was, she kept saying that she was from the Blessed Lightning, the Hermitage of Blessed Lightning, and they were gonna, just destroy the town because of the heat waves and any kind of environmental change. We have nothing to do with that. We're just simple farmers and millers. I mean, we don't have any control over that. And so she said that she was from the Hermitage of Blessed Lightning, which kind of took us by surprise because they actually get their supplies from us. We do some trading with them. They usually would bless our fields, our crops, but we always thought of them as being peaceful monks. But obviously they're not, because of this Nemia has attacked our town.
Maybe we
Something
can go check
strange.
that out.
Yeah, something strange is going on. You haven't seen or heard from the sheriff, have you?
No, we haven't. We haven't. Oh, you know what? I'll take that back. He did come out to visit us the day before that Nemia took us hostage from our mill. We did see the sheriff then, but we haven't seen the sheriff since. And we were hoping that the sheriff was going to, with him and his posse, they were going to come and rescue us, but
Hey,
you're not the sheriff, so you're
did
not
you have
part
a
of
boar?
Where are you guys
Was
from?
there like a big boar or something
Big boar? No, there's no boars here.
at the farm? They said there was like some kind of a big pigs or something.
There was a... No, not that I remember.
That was out at the orchard.
There's the orchard.
Oh,
Okay.
Mr. Olden's orchard. Oh, yeah. There could be, but everybody in town kind of, even though Mr. Olden died a couple of years ago, he had a really bad chest infection. I think they called it COVID or something like that. But he died a couple of years ago, and the town has pretty much been the caretakers of his apple orchard. So it's sort of like a community resource for apples and other fruits and stuff. And I don't know of any pigs being out there, but I know that there are a lot of animals because it is on the edge of the forest. I mean, that's a possibility.
Well, before we get out of here, we got to check out the hayloft. What do you guys think?
Well, that's where that hairy-footed she-devil, she would climb up there, and that's where she slept actually.
Oh, she's not hairy-footed no more.
Oh, she's not? Oh.
No.
You wouldn't have happened to make a loincloth out of it, would you? No,
Yeah, you want to buy one?
Oh boy.
Let's go see if she left anything up there.
Yep.
You guys stay here for the moment while we go check this out.
Yeah, don't wander too far outside. There's some pretty aggressive plant life out there, and I show them like a wound where I got bitten.
Oh, wow. That here, let me help you take care of that. And the mom, she starts to, kind of get some.
Yeah, don't go outside without us.
Okay. So yeah, you guys climb up the ladders from the two different, points where you can get up into the loft, and yeah, it's definitely been lived in. But it's definitely mostly bare, and it has a small bedroll, as you can see up in the the very northwestern corner. And there's all kind. But the one thing that you do notice that there are rat droppings literally everywhere. I mean, yeah, the rat droppings are everywhere.
There's some interesting looking stuff scratched on the ground here too.
Yeah, let me take a look at that.
Yeah, it looks like Nemia engraved the wood floor with some type of summoning circle, and both Zero and Kang, and actually basically all three of you except for Emu would know that this looks like some type of possible summoning circle, just because of the inscriptions and the way that it's designed and stuff like that. But yeah, with your religion check, you definitely know that this has sigils of the deity Gazra. Basically the god of like waves and stuff like that, thunder, stuff like that. I think it's waves and thunder and stuff. But yeah, definitely it has demonic runes. So that's my hillbilly accent kicking in there. The runes. But yeah, there's many demonic runes and stuff on the floor. So yeah, definitely it looks like possibly that plant could have been summoned here, or whatever evil that
devil
she would
plant
conjure up, basically.
Yeah,
Everybody give me a perception check also, by the way.
that Gozer is a false imitation of the true god of thunder.
Thor. All right,
High
so
fame.
Emu. as you are rummaging around like a goblin would do, you actually find in the bed pack, you find that a vial of oil was kind of under the hay pillow. She had taken like a cloth sack and filled it up with a bunch of hay from the stalls below. And there's a vial of oil.
I'll pull it out and be like, oh, look at this. I bet she used this to keep her foot hair nice and soft, probably.
Oil of foot hair oil? I don't know. So yeah, definitely it definitely.
But it might be something else. King, what do you think? And I'll toss it over to you.
I'll take a look at it and see if I can figure anything out.
Sure. Give me a check to see if you can decipher what it is. If you can't, then I could possibly do it with Splug back at home base, because I took a new feat from the Advanced Player's Guide that allows me to ascertain what items are with a crafting check.
What kind of check?
Is that was one of the things that I believe that was on the list. So we'll
check.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that I need to look at checks and magic items. In fact, I think there's spells too. Isn't there spells, Zero, that you can? I think there's I don't think it's called identify in Pathfinder 2. I think it's called something else. But we'll look at identify and skill checks and magic items. So I'm going to go ahead and give this one to you, and we'll look this up for next week, which was on the list, but I shredded the paper, like I said. This is an oil of mending. So I'm going to go ahead and add the oil of mending to the party sheet.
Nice.
Okay, and I'll go ahead and identify it. And it's a consumable, so it's one use basically. And a vial of oil of mending appears to have countless translucent threads swirling within. Applying this oil to an hillbilly, man, I'm trying not to speak like a hillbilly right now, but it's hard not to. Applying this oil to an item casts a second level mending spell to repair the item. So it acts as a second level mending spell, which is cool.
So I'll throw it back over to Emu, and I'm like, I think that would help me or you fix a shield if it gets broken, or maybe some armor or something.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, that would be cool. So yeah, there's, like I said, there's other items in the sheet still. There is an owlbear claw that's in there. There's some splint mail. There's an onyx dog figurine. There's all kinds of good stuff. So once you guys get to town, we could take all of the non-magical stuff, I guess, and we can kind of sell everything. Get it all settled and sold and stuff like that. There's a Lesser Bravo brew in there. That was from the wagon of Thunder. So you got the brooch of shielding. So if anybody wants any of that stuff, just feel free to, you guys discuss what you want to do and drag it onto your character sheet on the inventory tab. So, but there you go. You got another oil of mending. Don't forget you got all those charms and talismans too that you can attach to armor and weapons and trigger the effect if you get hit or crit or whatever. So, but yeah, that's what you find in the loft.
Cool.
And you get the family. You get the
we should
Hofton
probably
family.
escort them back to the Hofton's mill just to make sure that their mill is safe and doesn't have any bad guys there.
Yeah, for sure. You definitely get them. Go ahead, Omi. I'm sorry.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah, you get those. You get those folks all cleaned up. You get them a little bit of food. You get them some water. You get them rehydrated. You get them back to the Hofton mill, and they keep mentioning. They keep saying the whole time, we thought those monks were peaceful, basically. So
something's changed out there, so we're gonna go check it out.
Yeah, so when you guys get back to Aberton, you get back to the encampment, and you get a familiar face come and visit you. Nellen Drend, the caretaker of the Golden Bank, the Golden Lost Church, and it's it's been several days, and he and, you know, all of the people of Aberton are concerned that Mayor Aber, which, remember, he went to the Hermitage several days back to get an audience with you, with the actual, the monastery. And it's been, 2.5 days now, and he should have been back, late the first night. So he's definitely been gone longer than anybody has anticipated. And now he and the townspeople are worried, and seeing, he has some seniority and is on the council of the town of Aberton. The people have said, hey, you need to make sure everything's good until the mayor gets back. So he's coming to you, and Nellen is really concerned about the mayor. And he's like, I don't think we should wait for an audience anymore. I don't think we should wait for the mayor, because something bad could have happened. And they're really worried about him.
What can you tell us about the monks?
Well, we thought they were peaceful people. They worship the god Gazra, but we've never had any trouble with them. And then he goes on to telling you about, trading with them, and them, performing, rituals and stuff on for rainstorms and stuff. They said they haven't been successful lately, and they haven't always agreed with the monks on certain issues. But the mayor also informed you of that also when you talked to the mayor several days back. So, but he says, I really think that if you could do us a favor, oh, and one other thing I forgot to tell you as well. As you were leaving the farm, you found the corpse of the sheriff.
Oh.
The sheriff was basically mangled and consumed by that vine plant. And I forgot to tell you guys that. So that's on me.
So part of his body was down there with the roots and stuff, and ate up.
Yeah, it was definitely decomposed and stuff like that. And in fact, I'm even going to tell you that at the mill, you actually found several personal belongings of the actual sheriff also. Personal belongings, stuff like that. So, yeah.
Did he have any family in town?
He did. Yeah. The sheriff did. So, but it's actually her. So she has a husband and stuff. Yeah. So let's see. Yeah, you found, but you definitely did find the sheriff. But just personal belongings and stuff. Nothing major.
So we'll return all that to the family.
Okay.
And it sounds like other than the orchard, we pretty much need to be heading out to the Hermitage. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the Hermitage would be the first place to go.
Okay.
Yeah, we could take the rest of the day to take care of the townsfolk and make sure everyone's okay, and then do some selling, buying,
and stuff like that. Sure. All right, that sounds good. What I'll go ahead and I'll do, and the priest Nellen, he tells you that the Hermitage is pretty much west of town. It's about 12 miles, and they give you a map. So they you have your map of Aberton. They also give you the map of the journey to the Hermitage, which is 12 miles away. So what we're going to do now is, congratulations, you guys are level 3 now. So you will also need to upgrade your characters sometime in the next week, and I'll leave the game up and stuff. Don't forget to use the all-in-one extension, and don't forget to use the module with all of the spells. So you're level 3 now. You take care of getting with the family of the sheriff. Obviously, mournful, stuff like that. There will be a ceremony for the sheriff and stuff. You get the family back to their homestead. They're good to go. So you've pretty much got everything, all loose ends, cleaned up here in Aberton. And the mayor actually said that it was an issue with a boar protecting over at the orchard. It was a boar protecting its newly born swine. So it was just protecting its litter, basically. But they've relocated that boar to a deeper part of the forest. So the orchard should be free of that boar now. So that's where we'll go ahead and we'll say you guys got another full rest. I will go ahead and add that full rest in the tracker. So you have a good overnight rest. You start out to the Hermitage the next morning. It is the journey is uneventful, but you find the Hermitage off in the distance on the cliffs of the rocks overlooking the sea. So that's where we'll go ahead and we'll stop for today, and we'll continue on with the Hermitage next week. So is everybody good to go for next week?
Yep. Should be good.
Okay, awesome. Well, great game, guys. Congratulations on level 3, and I'll see you guys next Saturday at 2.
All right, cool. Good game, everybody.
Thanks
guys.
Yeah, great game. Great performances as well. Love it. So good job, everybody. I'll talk to you
Thanks.
guys next week. Bye for now.
Later.
Right.